Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing all right. It is time for the Rustle rotation video. Where's the rotation? It's not happened yet. It usually happens around now. It happened like this time last week, so it could potentially happen any minute now whilst I'm doing this introduction. So what are we expecting today? We're expecting Complete the Sets Week 2. That was confirmed earlier this week by TGG in his videos. So we of course, are waiting here, refreshing. Still no new skins yet. It is what it is. But what we could talk about is the amount of sales this week. Because if we kind of zoom in a bit more, with all of these skins, remember, 15 skins. It was 16, Revolver, haha. But 15 skins this week. That's that's a very big rush store from what we normally see. Well, only one skin managed to sell 20,000. Only one. So that potentially might be something we see a whole lot more of, because today I also expect another big rush store. But if you've seen that German guy's recent videos, he's passed on official word that Face Punch want to do a bit of a test for the next few weeks of rush stores. They want to have bigger rush stores. On average, by default, we have 8 new skins a week for a rush store, don't we? Yep, cool. They apparently want to do 10 plus for a while, just to see if the sales are still good, if they're satisfied with that and whatnot. So after this week, or as in this next rush store, which we're about to see, we're going to see some, bigger rush stores, even though there's no special occasion for it. So, just kind of be prepared for that. And there is a discussion of, right, so if we don't see too many high sales, potentially that's going to be better for us investors. Technically speaking, yeah, because a lot less people bought these in excess. So things might be looking pretty good for that at the moment. So I just scroll down ever so slowly, so we can all just get a good idea of what these sales were. You might want to see this in the future or something, get a good look at what it was like back then. So very nice, very cool. So last night, when I did my Abnormals stream, and of course the video, and because I had to talk so much, it went on for over an hour, we did point out that there's a very good chance that with all the newest skins that we saw over the past weekend, based on what we saw last year, so last year for Complete the Sets in September 2022, the first week was all old skins. But week 2, part 2 of Complete the Sets back then, was a whole lot of skins that were recently submitted and collections that were more recent, as in like Glister Collection mainly came out in 2022, for example. So we saw a lot of collections that kind of came out around then. Guys, in the most recent batch of skins that I've seen here, there were some notable collections that got continuations, much like the Pirate AK-47. I wouldn't be surprised today if we potentially see that being accepted. Do you know what else is a good candidate? Abyss Tier 2. We potentially might be seeing skins like this appearing today. I don't think anyone's going to be upset by that, because of course they've sold very nicely. They are in demand. People want them a lot. Oh yes. So lots of potential good positivity. I can't guarantee anything. I don't even know when the actual rush store is going to happen. I just know I've got to turn up and be ready. So here's what I can say. By default, when we look at here, and when we see new skins, if you see new core pieces, tier 3 armor, tier 2 armor, or hoodie and pants, you probably want to jump in and buy in to the pre-existing skins. Because I get a good feeling we're potentially going to see more tier 3, tier 2, or tier hoodie and pants. Because with core pieces, what do we normally see? With new skins being accepted, the pre-existing skins tend to go up in price by quite a lot. So what collections are there that we could still potentially expect? Well, back over to here. If you might remember this, I also made this Complete the Sets August 2023 candidates. Let's just scroll all the way down to clothing and armor. Let's see what could potentially be a candidate for today. Could we potentially see a whole bunch of boots and gloves? We still have a whole bunch of... You know what? You know people would go absurd for this. If this was to be accepted, you just know that's going to do like 60,000 sales. Now, by default, jackets normally sell for like $2.49, but so many people beg for it. Will Face Punch listen? There's a whole bunch of like primitive forest raiders there. We've got Reptile Hunter, primitive Reptile Hunter boots and gloves, pirate leather gloves and boots, jackets, whole bunch of boots. We've got Arctic Protection, Hide Clothing, Toy Collection. Toy Collection only needs its hoodie and pants to complete all the core pieces. Same as the Porcelain Collection only needs the hoodie and pants to complete all the porcelain core pieces. Porcelain Collection's been doing quite alright recently, but mainly the deplorables. Lightweight hoodie and pants, that'll complete the Lightweight Collection. What else completes? So, we still need a Fish road sign pair of pants. We still need Fish road sign pants. Elite Crate Tier 2, we're still looking for that. Hardsuit Tier 2, we've been waiting for that for a long time. Pizza Tier 2, everybody loves pizza. Maybe we'll see... Oh, we already got that, Renegade. Maybe something random like Ladybug cosplay or Bee cosplay. Maybe we'll see Comics Tier 2 or Tier 3. Maybe we might randomly start up something. Cybercode Collection starting off with some clothing and armor. Maybe we might actually get Tier 3 for Glister Collection or Target Collection. Maybe something more recent like Space Foil. Maybe Frog Cosplay will finally get its Tier 3. That would definitely complete the core pieces. So there's lots of potential candidates, but there are no guarantees. I can't assure you that you're going to be happy by the end of the day. You know? You can try. You can try, but there are no guarantees. This is Ruskins. It's do or die. So another quick refresh. Still haven't seen the new skins. Do you know what? We could probably go ahead and talk about how we had a lot of abnormals last night. More specifically... the absurdity of the No Mercy Revolver. More specifically, the E-Class. So, I will sit here and say the No Mercy Revolver, the one that we had accepted earlier this year, back in April 2023, well, that's selling for about $4 at the moment. Looking pretty good. That's nice. But, of course, the main thing that we're wanting to talk about is the E-Class. Guys, this is $300. Someone has sold this for $300 today. I saw another person sell theirs for $270. So, as of last night, we saw a lot of buy orders like $20 up to about $50. Well, like I tweeted last night. I sat here and said, it's marketable. No Mercy Revolver E-Class is on the Steam market. Thanks, Play Rust. It turns out a lot of people just didn't actually know anything about this. Turns out a lot of people had absolutely no idea what was going on. And gradually, more and more people have started to notice this. And now everybody's jumping onto it. Suddenly, the notoriety has spread around and everybody wants it. Now, I must reiterate, because we did kind of talk about this extensively last night, it's not the rarest revolver at all. It's rare, but it's not the rarest. But it certainly is the most notorious. It's technically... I guess you could say an error, or I don't want to say glitch. It was an error. It was a miscommunication. It technically wasn't supposed to be accepted based on their rules, you know, for acceptances, because we had already had a No Mercy Revolver accepted early this year. So maybe that's what makes it expensive. Maybe that's what makes people want to collect it. Fair enough. You know, it's in the eye of the beholder. Maybe someone looks at that and thinks, I want to own every single one of them so nobody else can have them. You know, fair enough. It is what it is. You know, we did talk about how sometimes you get like some screwy looking... you do get some like odd cards, you know, with trading card games and whatnot. Whilst people do like to collect the cards, you also get some like mistaken printed cards and whatnot. Apparently people like to collect them. Apparently they're also very expensive. So... you know, stuff like that does happen. Some weird things might happen, but there's always going to be a collector for it, apparently. So, yeah. So, that is what it is. If you manage to buy one and you've sold it for like $300, fair play to you. Enjoy yourself. Maybe go ahead and buy a Steam Deck or something. Enjoy it. So, the E stands for extra. We could go with that. We could go with that. So yeah, Slanosta, that Revo is crazy. Why not make a redemption revolver? Ooh. Right, anyway, let's move on. Let's start talking about all of the other abnormals. So last night we had 10 other abnormal skins. As you can see here, legendary chestplate, over 1,000 requests to buy. And, well, it's a $4 skin, and it seems to be retaining its value. Buy orders are pushing up to $3, but it seems to kind of be as expected. Maybe... it will retain its value. Maybe we might see some more continuations of the Legendary Collection. Maybe, possibly. Would you happen to know, Micro? Come on, tell us. Anyway, moving on. It's definitely been mentioned. Maybe we will see it being submitted. Can't guarantee if it's going to be accepted, but keep your eyes open. Keep an eye on the workshop. So, yeah, There's a lot of support, but it kind of ends at around $3. It's a $4 skin. What do you reckon? Do you reckon it'll retain? Do you reckon people will see this and think, I could just use a different face mask with it. It'll be all right. Black gold, for example. Give it a shot. See what it looks like. Then we got the Constellation small box. A lot of people felt a whole lot more confident with this because we had a Constellation's sheet metal door being submitted this past weekend. So the skin creator is actively adding more skins to the collection. Therefore, there's a much better chance we might see even more Constellation's deployable skins being accepted in the near future. So this has 2,000 requests to buy, and it's got buy orders going all the way up to $2, the price that it's currently selling for. Also, best selling skin of the week. But it's not that much. 20,000? That's not that high. It's not ridiculous. In the grand scheme of things, that's nothing. So, back over to here. I'm not surprised that it's probably the safest thing to go for, but I am a little bit concerned. It's all the way down to $2.14 at the moment. Maybe this gets bought out and it sells for a higher price. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, 20k is good in 15 weeks. It is. It is good. We did talk about that at the very beginning. There was a lot of options this week. People didn't buy this in excess. Look at it this way. It might not be super great for the skin creator because they probably didn't get that many sales. But for the investor, that looks a whole lot more appealing. It looks like a lot less people bought it in excess, so that potentially in the long term will be a better sell. So, sounds good. All right, so yeah, not surprised to see some people did go all the way very, very high with it in its buy orders, and maybe quite a decent amount of people bought this today. Seems to be healthy. Let's see how it turns out afterwards. If we do see more Constellation skins being accepted in the future, all the better for it. So, yeah. Bombing Armored Door. Very cool looking Armored Door. Haven't had that many Armored Door skins being accepted this year. So far, we're, 3/4 of the way there, until the end. And we've only had 4 so far. So, will we potentially see some more Armored Doors being accepted this year? Maybe. Wouldn't be surprised. I don't expect a lot. But yeah. This is a $2 skin as well. Buy orders going all the way up to about $1.80. Ends at around $1.70. Either way, I still think it's going to work out quite nicely. Things are still looking pretty good for it. It might be having listings at about $2.10, but in the grand scheme of things, like the other bombing deplorable skins that we looked at, this definitely looks like a skin that over time will just kind of gradually go up in price. It looks good. It's got a great looking design. Let's just take a look at it one more time. The hatch is the eyeball, the third eye. So when you open it up, it disappears. I feel like that's pretty cool. So I think gradually over time, people will appreciate this, and I think people will like it. But we did question, will Andre continue this set? Well, Andre hasn't submitted a skin in like 3 months. Sap here, look at that, May 23. Oh dear. And then when you look at the bombing skins, yeah, he hasn't submitted a new bombing skin. Oh, I can't look at that right now, but he hasn't touched the bombing collection in 2 years. So you never know. When he makes his return, is he gonna jump back in, make some more deplorables for it? We'll see. But as of now, by default, cool looking skin. Haven't seen that many Armored Door skins this year. Probably won't see that much more. I think it's comfortable. I think it's okay. So it's looking pretty good. Then we've got the Cold Hunter M249. It's okay. $3.49. Well, actually, no, it doesn't look that good. It kind of ends at about $2.20. That definitely won't be retaining its value. That very likely will be going below $3.49. Yep. It's unfortunate. But it's M249s, and it's a question of how often do you even get to hold one, use one, enjoy it? Does it justify owning a skin? Yeah, so that's why skins tend to suffer a fair bit. If people don't get to actually hold the damn thing that long, why would they want to have a skin for it? Awkward, and that's why prices don't really hold up very nicely. Then we have the wooden door from hell. Literally 2 weeks ago, we had the El Diablo door. They are very similar. Do you not understand? Let me just quickly show you. So here's the most recent wooden doors. Get a look at... get a good look at this. Get a good look at this. It's like the same theme. 2 weeks apart. 15,000 sales, 15,000 sales. Ha! $2.49, $3.49. Right now it's selling for $1. What do you reckon is going to happen to that one? Yeah, awkward. Very awkward. I don't know what face punch we're doing there. So, yeah, what's the price it's currently selling for? $3.10 up to here now. Well, that's looking pretty good. But the bulk of the buy orders seems to be around $1. And then you've got a decent portion here about $1.50. A little decent portion here about up to $2. But I don't think it's going to be retaining that $3.49 price. So, not the best. Then we have the Firefly's Furnace. Firefly's collection, it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. It's got a good, decent amount of deplorables. There's still some more in stock. We potentially might see a garage door being accepted in the future or whatever. But this is made by Zinc. I'm pretty sure he'll probably go ahead and make some more Firefly skins in the future from here on now. I think it looks okay. It's not too bad, but furnaces are a little bit awkward. So this is currently on sale at $2 in the Rust store right now. But furnace skins usually tend to struggle, especially during the year. In fact, I could just go back to here, look at all the most recent furnace skins. How well are they doing right now? Haha! Let's go see. Down 39, down 33, down 39, down 45. Wow, splendid. Yeah. So these are all the ones that came out in the summer, basically, and they're not looking too good. I mean, we also got Capybara Furnace, but he's cool. We like Capybara. He's cool. Right, but so yeah, I'm not confident in furnaces, unfortunately. Then we had the JPEG collection. This completes the collection, but nothing else is really going to come out after this that's going to give the likes of the tier 3 a boost. So yeah, awkward. You could see boots, but I don't think boots are going to really give this a massive surge in demand or whatever. Do people like the JPEG collection? I couldn't really answer that last night. So whilst both of these are currently selling for $2 each, the barders only go up to about $1.30 and then it stops. I don't imagine these are going to retain value. But there's one weird thing with JPEG collection. Nobody likes to list theirs below a certain amount. And I've seen that with like the likes of the SAP, the MP5, saw that last year. Maybe it might go up in price simply because there's hardly any of them and people just won't sell them below $2.50, for example. Could happen. I've seen it before, but with other JPEG skins. At the moment, are you going to want to run around in that? I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying it's more of a gimmick rather than a skin set. If people like it, by all means, go for it. But you got to kind of take it into consideration. What does everybody else think? Everybody wants a Forest Raider set. So if we saw like a green collection come out, of course, by default, you'd think, oh yeah, loads of people want that. I should buy a lot. That's what a lot of people would initially think. Remember Reptile Hunter, for example? So, yeah. Awkward. Very awkward. And then we have the El Diablo sword, which unfortunately is a salvage sword skin. And all the salvage sword skins that have come out in the past 2 years, well, let's just go take a quick look at all of that. And what do we see? Down 50, down 50, down 50, down 50, down 50. That was a generalization, but yeah, they're all basically down to $1. So I did a 70 cent to 90 cent barter on that. And most people did that as well. So yeah. Yep. Those were all the abnormals. We got through all of that. There's loads of skins. I know there's a load of skins. And today we're going to have even more. I feel so awkward. And as that guy put it, Face Punch is super inconsistent with their shop update time. Thoughts on it's not laziness. Put it this way, they're probably cracking down right now, really trying their best to figure out which skins are they going to pick today. Maybe all of our dreams come true, and we get the likes of Whiteout Jacket, and Elite Crate Tier 2, and a Lightweight Hoodie and Pants. That would be an awesome batch. Maybe we'll also see Forest Raiders Primitive Clothing or Blackout Primitive Clothing. Maybe we'll see Abyss Tier 2. There's loads of potential things. So think of it more like they've got to figure out another 15 skins to select today. Maybe they need a little bit more time to figure out what would be a good idea. Or maybe they pick the things that make us cry the most. With that, I guess we should just skip ahead then. So I guess I'll snap my fingers and we'll wait and see what the new skins are going to be. So with that, hold on a minute. Hey! What? Why didn't it happen? What? Why didn't it happen? Where? Hey! You told me it'd happen if I disappear. Shut up, Chango. Liar. They won't accept the Berserker jacket. It's too deceiving. No mercy pump. You think I'm gonna fall for that? Oh. What? What? They accepted the Berzerker cloak? No. No. That's not even a continuation. No. 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 What? Quick animation just to go to the better scene. What the hell? Okay, what's Hedge on about? What's so special? What? Guys, so this was a talking point that I had last year. This is a jacket. That's a jacket. Do you see it? What? What? That's not a jacket. But it's supposed... Well, it's transparency. Is that pay to win? Guys, quick vote. Is that pay to win? Wow. Well, I don't think we're going to have a porcelain skin for a while then. That's a vase skin, isn't it? Let's just quickly confirm that. Yep, vase Hanushka. What? I said whiteout jacket, not Berzerker. I'm not mad, but I talked about this. Like, you got to understand that that's a jacket. And you don't see the front. Where is it? What? I don't know. Okay, cool. All right then, we'll work with that. So 10 skins, 8 skins. Oh, 8 skins. I thought it was. Oh, I was expecting something bigger. Is this a normal Rustle rotation? Well, no, because that's old and that's old. But that's see. Okay, let me just quickly get this across. That's not a continuation. Knights Templar is a continuation. That's old. That's definitely old. So, yeah, that was like a year ago. Cool looking AK, by the way. Fair enough. Respect to it. That's nice. Good job, Johnny old boy. But that... Whew. Okay. So, old Poncho leaves, guys. We've just got ourselves some green primitive clothing. That might be useful. We'll talk about that, won't we? We'll talk about that. But yeah, that's not a continuation. That's definitely not a continuation. Another Thompson. Oh no. But let's go HD. Get a good look at that. It's pretty shiny. Ooh. Right, yeah, so let's just give Milio Frito another big, huge collection for him to make tons of skins and be accepted from. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Alright, fair enough. That's pretty cool. That's pretty shiny. That's pretty sleek. I think that might sell quite well. And of course, a No Mercy skin because you know what? Because of the weird stuff that happened last week, not surprised to see a No Mercy skin was accepted. Alright? And it's a pump shotgun. That's pretty cool. We don't see many of them. And it's that Adobe garage door that I was very surprised that wasn't accepted, but has now been accepted. Hey, if you got the Adobe building skin, you've just got a great addition right here. So we'll talk all about that in a bit, because now I need to go do some regular buy orders. Like this one right here. Right, like this one right here. Like this one right here. There you go. So I'm going to go do my buy orders, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Right, people, welcome back. So, we've waited a fair bit. We've had quite a discussion. I had a lot of people on my stream. And, well, we've come to the conclusion today wasn't complete the sets. No. It was another Most Wanted. Because, yeah, we had some, like, random skins that weren't even part of collections, like the Poncho and the Bandana and the Thompson. But we do know for a fact these had very good scores on the workshop in terms of good votes, people approving of it and whatnot. So maybe today wasn't complete the sets week 2, rather Most Wanted. So that's probably the best thing that we can pass on to you. It looks like that is the case. Now you might sit there and say, but No Mercy shotgun only had 66%. Well, consider this. We were supposed to have a No Mercy skin last week. Then there's the whole weird situation with the Revolver. Maybe because, Bad Trip missed out on some money, Face Punch thought we should probably make sure there's another No Mercy skin. Fair enough. I like the pump shotgun skin anyway, so that's all good. That's fine. And yeah, 67% for the garage door. Well, compare that to the many other garage doors that we've seen and whatnot. It probably did rate fairly highly. I'd say on average, most skins have about 60%. So all of these being above that, fair enough. All right. So, yeah, Meta, it's got a very high score, because I bet most people don't even bother looking at Satchel charges. So when all the connoisseurs of the Satchel charges took a look at that Rainbow Pony Satchel, they approved of it ever so highly. So take that into consideration. The only people who are probably reviewing Satchel charge skins were the ones that reviewed it, basically. So, yeah, it might be because of that. At the end of the day, I'm not mad at this rust store. It's small. That was a big surprise. There's only 8. I thought we're seeing big rust stores. Who knows? Some weird things have happened. But I will sit here and say I believe today was most wanted, based on what we can see with the workshop scores. And if we just go over to here now, do a quick refresh, what do we see? It's the newest rust store. And the first thing that we should probably go ahead and do is figure out which of these skins is and isn't abnormal. So we've got 8 skins. Let's go find out. Right, so this is abnormal. This is abnormal, but this isn't abnormal. Yeah, the bandana isn't abnormal. They are different priced, so I don't know. It's odd. It's odd. Right, this Berzerker cloak is abnormal, and I'm not surprised because I am still incredibly surprised how that whole thing's going to be a talking point. Don't you worry. We're going to be talking about that. Anyway, that is abnormal. This right here, this wonderful looking Chameleon Thompson is abnormal. This Knights Templar is not abnormal. The AK is not abnormal. And I'm, just get a quick look at that image right there. That looks really, really nice. This might not get noticed by a lot of people, so take that into consideration. So this isn't abnormal. This No Mercy pump shotgun, yep, that is abnormal. Pretty cool. I like it. And then we got the satchel here. This is not abnormal. So I can confirm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 abnormal skins this week and 3 regular skins this week. Very nice. Very cool. Now, of course, when we snapped away earlier, we of course had the regular skins. The regular skins became marketable. Let's just go take a look at all of them, look at their support, and then after that we'll discuss all the new skins. Sounds good? Right. So, hello Night Night. I'm talking about the new skins at the moment, so we'll worry about that in a bit. You've just seen the No Mercy class. Yeah, whatever, don't worry. We'll save that for the very end. So yeah, let's just take a look at this toy jackhammer. Last night I did discuss the price and I thought to myself, you know what? We could probably do between $1 and $1.50 because most jackhammers do tend to retain their value. They kind of sit around the price that they're sold for, usually $2. So they tend to go a little bit above $2. They tend to go a little bit below $2. It is what it is. I think a lot of people will over time gradually like the toy jackhammer. I thought it was a very goofy design. I think it would get appreciated. I went in pretty high. I ended up going like 170 here. That was a bit of a mistake. I didn't fully understand the differences in currencies, but it's all right. I can afford that. That's fine. I think picking these up around that price, I don't imagine this is going to crash and burn. I think it's going to hold up quite nicely. And I only have to wait a good few months, and I reckon, yeah, it's going to go up in price nicely when loads of people hop back to Rust and play it again. So, yep, all good, all good. This right here is a Cybercode Thompson. It is a Thompson. How much did it sell? Let's just remember. It did 13,800 sales. Not a ridiculous amount. Totally fine. I did a buy order of about 166 there. I'm comfortable with that. I think as time goes on, of course, I've said it many times, towards the end of the year, Thompsons just magically rebound and go up in price. They always have low quantities for reasons I can't fully understand, and when everybody returns to play the game around post-Christmas time, all the Thompson skins get bought out, and suddenly they're selling for a whole lot more money. So, yep, I still think this potentially could have an okay future. It's just a long-term thing. Then we have the likes of the Azorn L96. I'm not super confident in L96 skins. I said last night I'm probably going to go ahead and do a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. That seems to be what the vast majority of people did. Well, it's gone over $1 a little bit, but overall I don't imagine this is going to be retaining that $2 price that it sold for. Then we have the Renegade Kilt. This sells for, it sold for 99 cents. Even though it completed the Renegade collection, I'm just not confident in the Renegade collection. So I just couldn't really sit here and say, oh yeah, this is going to be doing all right. If there's no interest in the collection as a whole, then would you even want to buy into it? We do have one person here doing 99 cents as a buy order, but I just don't think people care too much about the collection as a whole. Buy it, use it, enjoy it, support it. Not yet, Mars. This is all the skins that literally just finished from being in the last week's Rust store. Leave it for now. Yes, and then we have the Frog Club, and as you can see here, this sold for $2, but unfortunately, the interest to actually use a Bone Club simply isn't there. How often are you actually making a Bone Club? How often have you played Rust and actually whipped out a Bone Club and used a skin? Well, there you go. Yeah. Quite a lot of you are probably saying, no, I have never done that. Well, there you go. Do you even want to? Yeah. Shut up, Micro. Anyway, so, yeah, it's kind of just mainly 70 cents, 90 cent buy orders. It is what it is. So, unfortunately, Ideal never did get Face Punch to spin it around and show the face. Maybe we'll see that happen in the future. But for now, the Frog Club, he's just laying flat in the ground and enduring living like we all are. What a shame, what a shame. Anyway, those are all the skins. Very nice. Let's start talking about those brand new skins. Right, not you. Even though I just should quickly point out, someone just bought this for $330. Let's refresh this, and let's go take a look at all of the newest skins. Right, time to discuss the newest skins. Come on, chop, let's get going. And click. Go. Right, so it hasn't even been about an hour yet, and we've already got 2,000 sales for the Berzerker Cloak. Now, I really kind of, I have to kind of reiterate this a lot, all right? So this obviously waited over a year to be accepted. I have to quickly show you something from the past. I had a video talking about it. So back in August, so the 3rd of August 2022, yep, over a year ago, I made this video. And I discussed, look, I really don't think this skin's going to be accepted. Because it's a bit deceptive. And this is why I'm so surprised it was accepted today. Because, again, I must reiterate, that is a jacket skin, but you don't see anything on the front. And if we just kind of look at this in this version, yeah, look at that, you kind of understand what I'm talking about now. So, yeah, that's supposed to be a jacket. There's no front. A lot of people from a distance won't notice that that's a jacket, will they? So, now that you kind of got that in your head, back here, I was like, look, if we can't have something like this being accepted, why not Face Punch, like, introduce capes or a cloak as an item that we could wear? Well, lo and behold, they just thought, screw it, we'll just accept it now. So, hey, Hedge from the past, look what happened. Ta-da! So, yeah, August 1st. And I made the video just 2 days later. Isn't that cute? Oh. So, that's cool. That's cool. So back over to here, we now need to discuss what's going to happen to this. How many sales is it going to have? It sells for $3.49. Well, first of all, how many jacket skins do we even get accepted? And not many. Not many at all. It looks to be like one a year. Like one jacket skin a year. Now, in the positive. Guys, I think that might potentially be... Oh, I've just lost my throat. It's killing me. Right, I'm alive. Don't worry. That was really weird. Let me just quickly take a bit of a quick drink. But you can kind of see there that it's... oh, sorry. Where did that come from? One sec. Oh, don't worry. I will persevere. All right, I'm alive. Yeah, because we hardly see any of these being accepted, I'm already feeling confident with it. Because this is, technically speaking, pay to win, I'm already feeling confident with it. Earlier, I made a joke saying, if we see Whiteout Jacket today, I wouldn't be surprised if that potentially breaks the market. People go crazy. It gets a ridiculous amount of sales. Well, now we have this instead. Will the word get across? We really do need a lot of people to go into Rust now and start testing this out. Is this like truly deceptive? Is it potentially going to be a problem? Whiteout Jacket coming out next week. Well, mate, we'll see. It's probably going to be a talking point for a while now. It's probably going to have a fairly decent amount of videos made about it, maybe some TikToks and whatnot. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Vase, expect crazy cutout jacket skins. Thank me later. No, Vase, bad Vase. The silliest thing was you were actually about to make a different version of this, weren't you? You're gonna add a front. So yeah. Now, if you're wondering where's the porcelain skin, well, Vase made this as well. Vase made the Berserker collection with Hanushka. So if you're wondering, wait, hang on a minute, where's the porcelain rug and whatnot? Well, he made Berserker collection, so it was either this or the rug, and well, you got the pay-to-win jacket instead. So yeah, you can't be mad now. You can't be now. He's not going to be mad. He's still going to get rich. He's going to go buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or both because he can afford it. Anyway. Why don't we just kind of leave it for a second? We don't have to rush into buying it. Well, you probably are, because you're going to want to own one, so fair enough. Okay. But, like, it's already done 2,000 sales, and it hasn't even been in the Rust store for an hour. Even though it sells at $3.49. That's ridiculous. In fact, if I go to the workshop right now, scroll down, it has 2,211 current subscribers. Over 2,000 individual people have bought this already. Okay, right, so, okay, how many is this going to sell? I don't know, but if word does spread around a lot, you're probably going to see a lot more people want to buy this. In fact, I can show you a very good example of when word spreads around, people start to gain interest and more people get involved with the skin. So, of course, the likes of this No Mercy Revolver E-Class. When we did the Abnormal Barders last night, we noticed only the people who were obviously watching the stream and whatnot, we only had like 100 or 200 genuine requests to buy. There was 20,000 there, but someone was being silly and no, not another one. How much is that in dollars? Like 350 again? Anyway, moving on. I know it's ridiculous, but gradually overnight, more and more people started to notice. More and more people started to jump in. So I actually saw this earlier in the subreddit. What is the story behind the special edition No Mercy Revolver that skyrocketed to $200 within 1 week? When word spreads around like this, you very likely will see a whole lot more people wanting to use the Berzerker jacket. So, yep, back over to here. TikTok videos, YouTube, you name it. The more that people are aware of this, the more sales that we can expect. And with more sales could potentially affect the investment itself. Now, for you, Mr. Vase, regardless, I think you're going to be making a lot of money. Because the real question is, how in demand is that cloak? Or rather, more specifically, how many people genuinely want to use it? Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you showed this to every single person that's currently playing Rust right now. You'd probably have at least 100,000 people that want to use that jacket. Because, of course, number one, looks cool. Number two, it's deceptive. Oh, people wouldn't notice what you're wearing from a distance. Haha. So, yeah, I get the feeling this might be doing some pretty high numbers. I wouldn't be surprised, even though it sells for at a high price, you might be already looking at maybe 40,000 sales, maybe more. And I'm not joking, maybe even more. So the more that this gets spread around, word of mouth and whatnot, yeah. So personally, in terms of making the investment, don't rush, leave it for now. But if you really want that, buy it, use it, support the skin creator. That's for you, Mr. Vase. But yeah, go use it, have fun with it, go see if it's going to be useful in many different situations. So yeah, I guess, Vase, the one thing that we probably want to know now is, are we going to see even more Berserker skins potentially being made? Looks like you're going to need you're going to need to go to the workshop now, and you've got a lot of people to start responding to. So, Vase, consider going there and say, I do plan to continue the Berserker collection, or just something like that. Come on, help us out. Right. So, other than that, cool skin. People are going to like it. We'll see if people make videos about it. Let's see if word of mouth spreads around with it. But I'm not going to rush into buying that as an investment. I'm going to leave it for now. I will fuss about that on Wednesday, all right? So we'll worry about that later. Buy orders first, and then, of course, consider buying it afterwards. I wouldn't be surprised if that instantly goes all the way up to $3.50. Kind of wouldn't be surprised. But we've also got to see how many sell. Leave it for now. Moving on. Chameleon Thompson. So, yeah, this took me by surprise, because as I said, I assumed today was going to be complete the sets. This isn't part of a set, but there was a whole bunch of skins that were made for this, perceived Chameleon collection. What are you talking about, Hedge? So, you know how we kind of showed off that this has a video showing all of the holographic? We'll do it one more time. I don't want to spend too long showing this because we already saw it earlier. But yeah, and then it goes up and you can see all the shine. Wow, how interesting, how nice. Guess what? This was actually the latest one to be made. What you talking about, what you're referring to. If we could just go over to here, where is it? There we are, yeah. There was a whole bunch of other Chameleon skins made, an AK-47, an LR300, and an MP5. So let's just go take a look at this AK-47, because I wouldn't be surprised if we magically see a version 2 of this AK being made soon. Like, probably submitted this weekend, maybe. Get a good look at that shine. God damn. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, yeah. So, I wouldn't be surprised if this Thompson potentially starts off a new collection. I wouldn't be surprised if this Thompson gets a lot of sales. And this is why I'm showing you the other skins, for example, the AK, because wouldn't be surprised if we see this in the workshop again as a version 2 and potentially is accepted in the future. So, again, let's go back to the Thompson. So, yeah, nice, shiny. But how many Thompsons have we had so far this year? But how many Thompsons have we had that looked as good as that? Now, maybe you don't like the colour scheme? Fair enough. But I'm looking at this as a potential new type of collection, like the, what's the word to say, tempered collection. You can kind of see that yourself, I'm sure. So, again, reiterate, how many Thompsons have we had so far this year? 10. Then we had 3 of them being given away as a Twitch drop. We have already surpassed last year. Last year we had 9. This year we've had 10. But the year before that we did have 13. Overall, I do still think Thompsons are going to be okay. Again, weirdly, go look them up now. Look them up now. If we go look up Thompsons right now, very weirdly, the vast majority of the Thompsons have less than 100 quantity. Why is this? No idea. But on average, every Rust skin on the Steam market should have around 100 quantity. Why is it that pretty much most of them, yep, so from here, 31 out of 37 apparently have less than 100 quantity. No idea whatsoever. But when you look at some of the recent ones, that high quality metal Thompson, tier 3 Thompson, Panther Thompson, these came out this year. Now you can't accept Cybercode Thompson because like it literally only just came out. But like Panther Thompson you can, because that's only 2 weeks now, so I can't remember. You get the idea. Why is it all the ones that came out this year are one of the ones with the lowest quantity? Artifact 52, Lunar Thompson 58. What? Why? I don't know. But when it hits Christmas time and we see a massive surge of people playing all over again, Thompson being one of the most used weapons in the game, therefore, justification to, of course, use skins, so loads of people want to buy out the skins. If there's hardly any stock of the skins, they get bought out, it easily goes up in price because there's no resistance. From $2 to like $5 around Christmas time. Most of the skins. Not surprised if it happens all over again, because I have said this so many times, it happened to pretty much all of these skins that came out in 2022. So... do you reckon that's going to work out very nicely in the future? Like, even last year, yeah? See this Black Gold Thompson? That was probably the standout, shiny, cool-looking Thompson that came out last year. Right now it sells for $7. It sold in the Rust store for $5, and around post-Christmas time, so December, January time, what was its peak price? Oh, God. All right, well, its peak price was about, let's see here, $11 to $12. Yeah. So, yeah, and then, again, how much quantity? 132. Not that bad. Yeah, I think that Thompson's going to be doing pretty good by default, all right? How many will it sell? We shall see. But, positives. Chameleon Collection might become a collection now. Wouldn't be surprised if Emilio decides to think, yeah, screw it, I'll make a version 2 of the MP5, the AK, the LR300. So, there might be some more Chameleon skins on the way. Feel free to go into the workshop and say, can we see some more, please, sir? You know, silly stuff like that. Thompsons in general, even though we've had more than last year, it's still not a ridiculous amount. I still think Thompsons are still going to be doing all right towards the end of this year. So that's another positive. And it looked cool. It looked cool. It's abnormal as well. I don't need to rush into buying it. I could take my time. Wait until next week, see how many sales happen, then look at it, then make the decision if I want to jump in and buy it. Sounds good? Yeah. So when it's the financials, when it's like, should I invest into it? You don't need to rush. Wait it out. You have so much time to your advantage. Wait until Wednesday, consider making the purchase then, and yeah. But at the very least, do the barters first, then consider doing the purchase afterwards. Sounds good? Right. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Emilio Frito. Go on, just go to version 2 of the AK. Please. Moving on, we have an AK already that was accepted. And I did, reference this earlier. That looks really cool. That looks really nice. So, this was made by Johnny Oldboy a year ago. And yes, this definitely had a lot of support in the workshop. Unfortunately, it wasn't accepted. but now it is. So, yay. Last year we did see Knights Templar Tier 3 being accepted. Now this year we got the AK accepted. And it is one of the best-selling skins so far. Third so far. Again, now it's been an hour. But yeah, moving on. That's a cool-looking AK. But I kind of get the feeling these two skins might take up most of the attention this week. So this might not get as much attention. But I still think it's going to be selling quite a lot. Now, when you compare this to most of the other AKs that have come out this year, again, we do have to be cautious still. It's awkward. We've had so many AKs accepted. We've already talked about it, Pamagi. We've already talked about it. But I can talk more about it afterwards when I've wrapped this all up. It looks cool. I know. But this right here, this AK, we've had 19 AK-47 skins already accepted this year. We're just about 3/4 of the way through. We've still got another 3 or so months left of 2023. Last year, we had 27 AK-47s accepted. Do you reckon we're going to beat that? Because we could potentially do that. It very likely could happen. When you look at all of these AKs that have come out so far this year, do you notice something? Yeah, only 2 of them are in the positive. The Kiss AR, which is bright pink and colourful and very unique, and the Redemption AR, which is bright cranberry red shiny, part of a well-established collection. That's in the positive. Every other one, not as good, unfortunately. So, a little bit of awkwardness. Does this stand out nicely? Well, when I look it up close, yes, it does. It looks... No, not you, go away. When I look at this, does it stand out? With great respect to Johnny Old Boy, I do think this is a very nice looking skin. And I do feel like this potentially will have a pretty good future ahead of it. But I don't imagine it's going to be doing super great instantly. I think it might take it might take a while to cook. It's not like a clothing and armor piece could appear at some point after this, and then it also gains, some interest. We already have all of the Knights Templar stuff. Maybe Johnny Old Boy thinks, you know what? I've had all of my clothing and armor accepted, and I've had this AK accepted. Maybe I should make some more Knights Templar. Maybe that could happen. Because all of it's been accepted. Maybe we will see some more. Maybe some deployables. Thinking, Johnny Old Boy, if you do happen to watch this, consider doing that. Clearly there is interest. Clearly Facepunch likes it. Get that motivation, ride the wave, and see if you can get some more accepted. Give it a shot. So, what was his most recent submission? He made the monument stuff. Right, okay, that's been quite a while. Yeah, he's been gone for about 3 months. Well, hopefully he feels motivated to jump back in then. Wait, no, we had that. Oh, frozen fish. I believe that's still about 3 months. Hey, you gonna work? You gonna work? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. 2 months. 2.5 months, I reckon. So, anyway, yeah. Maybe we will see more of this collection. Maybe it might work out. It's an AK-47. I justifiably am cautious, so I'm gonna leave that for now. Kevlar is better looking than Templar. Okay. Well, if that's what you think, but Templar was a $3.49 skin that went all the way down to $1, didn't it? I'm going to leave it for now. It's not abnormal, so that's a little bit of a caution, but we could just keep an eye on the sales and whatnot. As I say, all the time, if you like the skin, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator. But we're having to sit here and figure out, is it, going to be a good investment? We're looking at this with a financial perspective, so we'll leave that for now. Satchel charges. Satchel charges have always been awkward, because why would you want to skin something that's about to explode and then be gone forever? Do you understand that? So, yeah, that's not looking too good. Well, it's kind of retaining its value. It's not exactly a positive. It's not exactly a profit. That's not looking too good. 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 Bad. Well, okay. Haha. Cigarettes. Hey, $5. Haha. Old Christmas thing. Only just about retaining value. Easter, yay. Yeah, no. Oh, God, wait. Sorry. Okay, look, I don't think that's going to retain its value. Maybe over time, possibly. But with more and more sales, yeah. Satchel charges, they're awkward. It's unfortunate, but I kind of said the answer instantly. Why would you want to skin something that's literally just going to explode and disappear forever? Yeah. Yeah, now you kind of understand. So I get the feeling that it's probably not going to do as good as you might imagine. It's nice and colourful, bright and unique, and it's, you know, a nice continuation for its collection, but overall, yeah, a little bit of awkwardness there. So if you like it, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it. But yeah. I think I'm just going to stick with a barter on that one. I'd rather see how many sales happen first, then make the decision. Most skip satchels since the tech tree or so, yeah. There you go. So, there you go. Fair bit awkward. So, yeah, I think that's just going to be a buy order. So, we'll probably wait till Wednesday, figure it out what price might be good for it, and then we'll move on from there. Sounds good? So, it can't be stacked with the basics in. Yeah, I'm going to leave that for now. Right, banana leaf, bandana, and poncho. So, first thing that I thought of was, okay, what's all of the green ponchos that we currently have? Now, somewhat recently, we had the deep sea poncho. Guess who made that? How do I jokingly pronounce? So, it's Multi-Name, yay! Right, Multi-Name made this and that deep sea poncho. That's a funny thing. Also, have you looked at both of them? Yeah, have you looked at both of them? So if we look at the workshop here, and if we look at the workshop here, yeah, so yep, that looks nice, that looks cool, and then we take a look at this, and oh yeah, that looks nice. Wait, hang on a minute, wait, what am I looking at? Whoa, hang on a minute, wait, what? Leaves? What? Yeah, so you might not be fully aware of this, but yeah, this is actually a previous version of that. So it's not like the No Mercy Revolver. No. It's not like that situation from last week. But I can assure you that this had like 3 different versions. In fact, why don't we just go take a look? Because they are distinct enough that they are separate. That's totally fine. There's no issue there. But what I can confirm to you is there's like 3 different versions. So this is what we could have had today. That is the original one. That is the original version of the poncho and the bandana. But no, not today. Instead, we have the aged one, the old poncho, but it's called banana leaf. So it's a bit more yellowy in design and whatnot. Fair enough. But the most recent one that was made was the one that was previously accepted. It's seaweed or palm leaves or yeah. Do you see that? So hey, I mean, congrats. You seem to be a connoisseur at making ponchos and bandanas, Mr. Multi-Name and Marco. Regardless, right. So that's all for 99 cents. It's now down to 87 cents. Bit awkward. This is selling for $2.49. Is it actually genuinely useful? So goodbye, oldest version. Hello, the one that got accepted. Goodbye, newest version, but it was also accepted not too long ago. Anyway, here we are. So we need to discuss this. Is this going to be helpful? Is this going to be helpful in the forest areas, the grassy areas, you name it? I don't fully know. We need to have some people go out there and test it out. Yeah. Because, of course, you can see here that they were considering, like, you know, you could use this in the grassy environments and whatnot. This could be helpful. You got to go test it out. Yep. So, again, word of mouth and whatnot. If this, you know, gets shown off, get a good look at it in game and whatnot, maybe this is going to be good. Maybe this could potentially be the green primitive skins that we're hoping to see. I should point out, though, you know, with the likes of the poncho, there is the camo netting. You know, you got $44 spare, don't you? Yeah, you do, don't you? Oh, wow, that came out in 2017. Oh, he's full hog there. Let's go. We can't show that on YouTube. No. Yeah. So, in terms of affordable options, you have the fish poncho, you have the deep sea poncho, and now you have this banana leaf poncho. But which one's the best option? I don't know. I do not know. So, yeah, it's a bit awkward. So, yep. Feel free to go ahead and make some videos and show that off. How does that look? We'll see this over the weekend and whatnot, and on Wednesday we'll have a better idea. Now, of course, like the bandana, bandana's kind of okay. Like out of anything, I don't think we've ever had a bandana that's like green camouflage. So let's just go quickly take a look at the likes of that. That's green. None of those. 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 That's Santa, but none of those. Yeah, but you also have forest camo and green bandana. So those already exist, and they cost nothing because they drop as free drops. Yeah, so Maybe it doesn't get that much interest because there's much more affordable options available. A little bit awkward, but this is abnormal. This isn't. So at the very least, we don't have to rush into buying this. We can take our time, look at the sales, then do the barters first, and then make a decision if we want to jump in and buy this. So, yeah. But we can't do it with this one. So we'll just have to keep an eye on this, and we'll have to figure out a good decision on that. But like I said, there's two much more affordable options for the idea of what you're going to want to use that for. Green camouflage. So, yeah. Let's move on. Adobe Garage Door. So this is only going to be good for one thing. The Adobe building skin. How many of you bought that? How many of you actually went ahead and bought that? Now, the best thing that I should have done was shown you the original one, the non-glowing version, because you can see how this lines up very nicely. I did do this before when we originally had all of those Adobe skins. That looks nice. I think he got the hair. Well, these are a bit bigger, but it's all right still. Still good. Tiles match up nicely. The colour's perfect. Yeah, I mean, if you got the building skin, this probably is going to be a very nice addition. Now, this is, of course, non-glow version, but it's all in daylight, so yeah, it's still the same thing. So back over to here. As you can see, this does glow. It has like two lights at the very top there, and it makes it look as if, like, you know, it's lights, but it's all glow, so it's all just emission layer and whatnot. Cool looking idea, cool looking approach. Maybe a lot of people will appreciate this, but only if they have the Adobe building skin. So maybe this is very likely not going to be selling that much this week. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, it slowly gets bought out. That's something I did bring up a long time ago, back in like May, when we had those Adobe skins. So what was it? Just after May when we saw Adobe? Yep. So, like, I talked about this with the Adobe door and the large box. They're not looking too good at the moment. A bit unfortunate. So if we see a ridiculous amount of sales, by default, I'm going to be worried. But that only sold quite a lot because, you know, building skins were completely new then. We thought it was going to be amazing. Turns out the only people that are going to want to use that door are people who used the, you know, the DLC, and, well, not everybody exactly bought it, did they? But I did sit here and say, as time goes on, you never know, maybe Face Punch can make those building DLCs go on sale. Maybe they go like 50% off or something, and therefore, maybe, as time goes on, more people will actually have the Adobe building skin, and then gradually, little by little, bit by bit, the likes of this door does get bought out. So maybe, potentially, the exact same thing could be said with this garage door right here, which you see right there. That's all a bit of a cope, isn't it? It is. I'm not going to lie. It is a bit of a cope. So, yeah. Adobe barricades the moon. No. So, yeah, that's all I can really say about it. Honestly, thank God it's abnormal. We can look at the support, like, you know, on Wednesday, figure out a decent price, but honestly, there's only a certain amount of people that want it, and there's a lot of people that don't. So maybe it's justifiably, I lost my tongue there, justifiably, I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the lowest selling skins of the week, because only a certain amount of people want it, need it, can use it. You could just put it on any, you know, you could just use it as any old garage door skin, true, but it's only going to work nicely with Adobe building skin. So there's no reason to buy Adobe when there's bricks. Well, there you go. We never got a brick skin, did we? Why did we never get brick skins? Why were they never accepted? So many skin creators made brick skins and not a single one was accepted. I don't know. I still don't know why that happened. Right. So that Jamago was wrong about? No, he's not wrong. What would he get wrong? Is next week complete the sets? No, like, technically speaking, you could sit here and say complete the sets and most wanted are kind of basically the same thing, excepting skins from a long time ago. It just kind of felt like this week was more like complete, like most wanted. So yeah, yes, Boba Rasta is sick. You're like the 10th person who's randomly walked in and said that. Right, now, final skin, we have the No Mercy Pump Shotgun. We don't see many of these being accepted, do we? So, earlier this year, we had the El Diablo Pump Shotgun. It's not looking super great at the moment. And then, of course, last year we had the Recycler Pump Shotgun. And then before that, we had all of these. Quite a lot of them are in the positive. Now, they really did spike in demand when we had that overpowered setup with the, what was it, the change to slugs last year. And then, yeah, things went really ridiculous. Everybody was using pump shotguns. Then they kind of nerfed it. They are, well, not exactly as popular as they used to be, but they still perfectly serviceable and whatnot. The No Mercy pump shotgun. Get a good look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very nice. Sleek design. Nice. Very cool to look at. I think it might do all right. Now, we did have the No Mercy double barrel shotgun. That was accepted earlier this year. How's that currently looking? The answer is down 48%. That's not good. Sold for the same price that this is selling for, but would you really compare a double barrel shotgun skin with the likes of a pump shotgun skin? Number one, we hardly ever see any of these being accepted. When you look at the likes of this, well, double barrels. Let's go view in item details. And this is just to help understand why this didn't do so well. Look at all the double barrel shotgun skins that we've had accepted this year, and you'll kind of get a good idea as why this potentially isn't doing as good. And the answer is, how many do we have? We've already had 5. Now, last year we had 12, and before that we had 3, and, well, last year was weird anyway. Basically, there's a lot more double barrel shotgun skins. Wow, they're not looking good at all, are they? I guess people just don't like the skins and double barrels. Maybe they only like the older vintage skins, perhaps. Or even then, these aren't looking too good. Wow. I guess people just don't like skins for them. But anyway. Pump shotguns. As of now, these seem to be in a better spot. This is also abnormal. I don't feel the need to rush into buying it. I can take my time, buy this first, look at it afterwards, consider doing the purchase afterwards. But, well, it's a case of let's just leave it for now. I don't imagine we're going to see another pump shotgun skin being accepted for the rest of this year. I do think this was accepted today because of the weird fiasco that happened to the No Mercy Revolver last week. Potentially as a bit of like a sorry this happened. You've missed out on some potential money because, of course, they stopped it after 10 minutes. So maybe this was accepted today as a replacement of some sorts. Who knows? I don't think we're going to be seeing pump shotgun skins in abundance anytime soon. Perhaps this might work out well. Perhaps this is just going to... Oh my god, Vase, did you just gift... Oh no. I'm a little bit worried now. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Can I have a Ferrari instead? It didn't show up on the scene because I turned all of that off. I fully acknowledge that. Thank you very much, Mr. Vase. So he just gifted 10 tier 1 subs. Much appreciated, sir. He wants me to wear a catsuit. One of my... I'm like 30 subs away and I have to wear a catsuit. So if you see that happen in the future, please understand. My chat made me. Anyway, that was this week's batch of skins. So, yeah, just be patient, basically. That's the answer. Now, as I said at the very beginning, there was supposed to be bigger Rust stores. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's after this. Potentially. We'll keep an eye out for that. But it was the official word passed on from TGG. Don't know what happened. But again, maybe because this is a special occasion, this was different. Fair enough. But yeah, this doesn't appear to be complete the sets. It appears to be most wanted. We kind of have like the little bit of proof to justify what potentially supports that idea. And you know what? I'm not complaining. Like, there's definitely like some potential room for like we might see more of this Berzerker collection. We might see more of this Chameleon collection. We might see more of the Knights Templar collection. This definitely could inspire. Maybe we'll see the likes of Multiname and Marco making some more out of this. Maybe we'll get some primitive like burlap stuff. Burlap banana leaf and hide banana leaf and whatnot. We could see more of that. So there's a lot of like room to start something up. Right, now I just kind of want to dedicate a whole lot more time talking about the cloak. So we've spoke for about 30 minutes there. Refresh. Let's see how many more sales this has, because I want to show you the reaction to the Berzerker skins. Right, so that's now got 3,000 sales. Fair enough, not surprised by that. Let's go take a look at what we saw earlier. So when the Rust store rotated, I thought to myself, you know what? People are probably going to want to buy the Berzerker skins, as in the likes of the hoodie, the pants, the kilt, the face mask. So this is what they looked like earlier. You can get a good look at the quantities. You can check the prices, but I'm not sure if you know what pound sterling is. Don't worry, we'll work with that. But yeah, quantities. this is what it looked like a little bit afterwards. And now I'm going to refresh now. And what do we see? So we've only got 30 hoodies, 25 pants, 32 face masks, and 50 kilts. Now, if we check the front page of the Rust Steam Market, yep, Berzerker skins. Not surprised in the slightest. So, the face mask is now selling above $2. The pants are now selling for $5.50. The hoodie is now selling for $5.50. And the kilt's now selling above $7. Cool. Cool. 11 sold in the last 24 hours. Sorry, last 24 hours. But if we refresh this now, does it change? Does it say something? Oh, it disappeared. Right, well, it's 30 apparently. So not a massive, crazy amount bought, but enough for it to kind of go up in price quite nicely. So yes, we did see a increase in demand. As you might notice once more, look at the quantities. And then look over here. And you'll notice the likes of the chest plate halved in quantity. So earlier, that chest plate had 110, and now it has only 48, which is weird because a jacket, you're not going to be able to put the chest plate with it. Anyway, yeah, reactionary nature of the Rust economy. So, all right, it is what it is. It is what it is. Chat, do you have any questions? Is anything on your mind? So why buy the chest plate, Lamel? Well, you know, maybe you're not always going to have the resources to make a jacket, but at the very least you might be able to make the chest plate. So this is now giving it a renewed interest to the collection. So the collection as a whole is doing better. People, by default, you would have thought would have wanted these skins because you can use that with a jacket. But the chest plate, hey, you know, maybe you can't always make the jacket. You could make the chest plate instead. So should I sell the Berzerker pants? Wait it out a bit. I reckon you should wait until the weekend when loads more people have time to play. Loads more people realise that the Berzerker jacket looks very pay to win and everybody wants even more Berzerker skins. Wait it out a bit. That would be the smarter approach, I reckon, Mr. Sebusek. And do you know what hurts? I know I had some Berzerker skins not too long ago and I sold them. Damn it! I sold them for a profit, so at the very least I'm happy with that. But I could have had more. I could have had more! Once again, Vase, thank you very much for the gifted subs. But hey, that was you. That was your work there, buddy. That's what people like. So keep up the good work. But damn, we could have had porcelain rug, sheep in a door. But then we got the cloak. Honestly, like you could go watch this video. I might link it in the description, just for a joke. But damn, like here you go, chat. Take a look. Listen to old Hedge with the old mic and whatnot. I might see this gain some traction now because this is the only thing. Oh look, it's just gained 50. Cool. I sincerely thought that would never happen, and then it did. So I guess it came full circle. And it's even funnier because I even have the skin creator saying hello now. So hey, things change quite a lot. Awesome. Yeah, they just added it now. Thank you, Scotty. I would never have guessed. So yeah, that's basically it. I guess we can now talk more about the likes of this Revolver. So back over to here. So this, of course, now has become a bit goofy. This isn't the rarest Revolver skin. All right. Me and Micro, we had a big discussion about this just yesterday. We're gonna upload that. We talk for an hour or so. It's all nice and chilled out. Don't worry. I will add chapters, but I am going to prove to you that this isn't as rare as you think it is. And this is before it even became marketable. Let me point that out. And it will probably give you a better perspective based on that. So if you're thinking, should I go spend $400 on this and buy it now? Well, maybe wait it out a bit. So this weekend, I'll upload the video. We screamed! No, we're not screaming. Shut up. And stop listing yours for £1,200 equal... Well, what's that? 1,500. Micro, are you listing yours for $1,500? Stop it. Anyway, we go in depth. We do discuss like all the details that we could figure out. And I think it's the notoriety that's spread around. Much like what I said earlier. Word spread around earlier. It's on the subreddit and whatnot. I mentioned it on Twitter. Turns out loads of people didn't even realise what was going on, and now suddenly they all wanted it. There's not that many of these, but it's not the rarest skin. and keep an eye out for that video. Everything will be unveiled, and you'll probably have a completely new perspective for older skins. Like, you might want to, collect them or something. Collectors and whatnot, we talk about it all. So keep an eye out for that. And I'm not sure if this is going to last. It's popular now. Will it be popular forever? We'll see. We'll see. So from next week, we'll probably still see some random old skins being accepted. I think the whole month is going to be like that. I reckon next week we'll probably see 1 or 2 old skins still being accepted with the newer batch. I reckon we have a very good chance where we potentially might see the likes of continuations of the Pirate Collection and continuations of the Abyss Collection. They might not have been accepted today, but they will only recently be submitted, and they are perfect candidates for next week. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens for the next Rust stores. Maybe they're going to be big. Maybe they're not going to be. Maybe we see some odd skins. Maybe we don't. We'll see. I hope you've been enjoying yourself. I hope you like all of these new skins. Remember, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support those skin creators. And yeah, when you dye a Revolver with the E-Class, it shows the normal skin. When we tested it out, we had the black wrap. So if you don't know, version 2, the normal Revolver, No Mercy Revolver, it has a white wrap. But the E-Class has a black wrap. So I guess, did you check the wrap? You probably didn't notice it because you held it in your hand and you covered the wrap. If you have the black wrap, it is the E-Class. But because your hand covers it, you don't notice it. Also, if you look at the black trim, you can notice it has a bit of a better detail. Do you want to show you? I can try my best to show you. It's going to be a little bit hard to explain, but yes, that's the No Mercy Revolver 2. That has a white wrap. If you look at it closely, it's smooth on these black trim. Okay, cool. So let's go to the No Mercy collection. I was supposed to open this in a separate thing, but it didn't do that. So here we are. No Mercy Revolver version 1. So again, smooth, white wrapping. Over to here, rigid, and black wrapping. But because your hand covers it when you hold it, yeah. Have you gone in game with yours? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've seen it. You'll be seeing a very interesting thumbnail soon. So someone test that again. Yeah, you might not have noticed it because it had the wrapping was covered by your hand. But what you can notice is the rigid detail here compared to the smooth detail here. Ooh. So yeah, just a little heads up. The whole design is basically the same. Of course, this was version 1. This was version 2. But yeah, you should be surprised that they look so similar. See, now you're understanding the problems of this. Is this always going to stay this price? How many people do you reckon have bought the other, like, normal Revolver? So if I just take this away. How many people do you reckon have bought this, assuming that this is the one that's special? It's been going up in price. Yes, it has. This has been going up in price recently. So I think some people have made some mistakes already, just like based on here. Sadly, this might sell for $300 as well. Hey, I don't mind that. I've got like 200 of these things. I tell you, by default, Revolvers, great investments. And, well, by pure coincidence, this is looking very good at the moment. Hey. So, yeah. Yeah. All right then, guys. I feel like I've explained all of that. So for this video, I think it's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching. If you did manage to buy the likes of the E-Class, congratulations. Are you going to sell it? Are you going to keep it? Keep an eye out. A very interesting video, a very interesting discussion about this will be uploaded over the weekend. So keep an eye out for that. And let's see what happens from here on now. Catch you later.